come on. Let you wait. 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 Good boy.
This is Al Fritz from earthhealing.info. We have with us today Lee Rochelle, who is talking to us about the horses that he has on his farm, which are called Gypsy Cob. Lee, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Okay, tell us a little something about these horses.
Well, these horses are the horses that the gypsies use to pull their caravans across Europe. They finally landed in England and Ireland is where these horses came from. They're called Gypsy Cobs, as Father said, and the gypsies use Clydesdale and Shire horses, and both of those had a little Frisian in them, and they got too big, so then they started using the Welsh pony and Dale's pony to bring them a little bit down to size, because if you imagine, the gypsies were just traveling down the road, and at night they'd camp, and so all these horses had to eat were the grass growing on the sides of the road, so they didn't want them too big. They're very docile. This is a stallion. This is Encore. He's a stallion. He was his parents, his sire and his dam came from Ireland and England, and he was shown extensively in the United States, and he did very well. He's trained for the cart, to pull the cart, and he's also trained in dressage for riding.
You were saying that the gypsies would not accept them if their kids couldn't walk underneath.
Yeah, the gypsies had a saying that they wanted these horses very docile, because you can imagine they were part of the family. At night they'd camp around the edge of the road or in a field, and the horses would be right there by the caravan. So the gypsies felt like, they used to say that if the babies can't crawl between their feet, they didn't want to have them around.
Okay, tell us a little something about your young horse there, 4-month-old.
Well, he's 4 months old. He's already 12 hands, which is pretty big. He's grown really well. The blue coloring, as I said, is called a roning, and it's very popular right now because it's different. The normal color right now for these horses, the traditional color, is the black and white. That's the traditional color. And here's why, what happened. The original horses that Gypsy had were solid colors. And during the war, First and Second World War, the English took those horses away from the Gypsies to use in the war effort. And so the Gypsies said, well, that ain't gonna happen again. So they chose the black and white, and of course the white isn't good on the battlefield. So they didn't get their horses taken away from them anymore. So that's the reason why they're the coloring they are. Right now, what's popular is a lot of the solids are becoming more popular, especially the ronings. Anything that's different from black and white is popular only because it's different. You know, that's the thing.
You tell me that his price is going to be very high if you go to sell him. Am I right about that?
Yes. They've told me that I should ask pretty high price for him.
Is it because of his color?
It's because of two things: his sire's national champion, and his color, his roning color, and also because his conformation is very good, and the sires in his background are very famous. All of his sire, his mom's sire, the grandfather, they're all famous horses that in the breed in this country, and so that, of course, that makes him more valuable as well. So his pedigree is very good.
Okay, color and pedigree.
Yeah.
And so you're probably going to sell them.
Well, yeah, I probably will sell them. If I have to keep them a year, I don't mind. If it's longer than that, I'll use him myself. He's that good. His pedigree is that good, and I'll use him myself. And then I'll sell him later on. If you know, his value will only increase. He could be worth as much as $25,000 at a year or 2 years old. So.
Well, this was wonderful. You enjoy your work?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, my first job was as a livestock specialist, teaching at a college in New York, and I was the curriculum coordinator for animal science in that college. And during the federal cutbacks to education, I got downsized, and so I ended up going to the University of Delaware, and I was their livestock specialist for the whole state. And the cutbacks hit there, so then I went to Florida, and I took a job teaching middle school, just to get away from everything, you know. And so I kind of missed the farm and the animals, and so I'm retired, and I think I'm really enjoying working with these horses.
Yeah, I can understand.
Well, when I was 12 years old, I used to go horseback riding. We had this dude ranch, and they had about 100 horses there every summer. And I'm not very tall now. Well, you can imagine when I was 12, I wasn't. And I asked the gentleman who owned the farm, the riding stables, if I could have a job there, because he's giving trail rides, you know. He says, well, you're not very big. And when he saw me get on a horse, he decided that I was.
So you could hop up on a horse.
Yeah, yeah. And so slowly I started training the horses for him. You know, he'd buy horses out west and bring them in that had never been ridden before, and some of them were pretty wild, you know. So he'd put me on there.
And you could tame them?
Well, yeah, if they didn't tame me, I'm sure I ended up on the ground a few times before I was over.
But after a while, they came to like you.
Yeah,
is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, some people have a real sense of being able to be liked by horses.
Well, I hope I do.
I bet you do. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Lee. We sure appreciate it, and we appreciate your horses too.
Come back anytime.
All right. Well, I'm glad to know that you're so close, and that we have more horses than is always around Lexington, but they're also in the mountains too.
That's right. They are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've been at a horse farm and seen some very interesting things, and hope that you enjoy it also. This is Al Fritz from earthhealing.info. Come and visit our site sometime. I think you will enjoy it.